Hello, I'm Thomas Hampson, and I'm singing the Count in the new production of Deutsche Grammophons Le Nozze di Figaro.
Hi, I'm Luca Pisaroni and I'm singing Figaro. We always wanted to do actually a production of Nozze di Figaro together, and we never managed.
That's
So
right.
when they asked us to do it, we were incredibly happy, and it's really exciting to do a recording of Nozze di Figaro with your father-in-law, because you try to act with your voice as much as possible to make the the recording sound alive and like it has been taped in a real production.
Well, you're right, we had talked about doing this, and we would still like to do it on stage sometime. I haven't done Le Nozze di Figaro for quite some time, and it was fun, one, to come back to the role, but especially with Luca. We've sung over the years in several different opera productions and done a lot of concerts together, so we read each other very well, and it was actually quite a bit of fun. The second part of your question, if I was, is it different singing because he's my son-in-law or because I'm his father-in-law? No, I think we're just very close friends and we're close colleagues. When we're actually singing the roles, I think it's all about the roles in Mozart and not about our family relationship.
I have to say, for me, I'm very happy that we have done it together, because I think for the male part, we have the two most beautiful phrases in the entire opera. Thomas as a count has this wonderful Condessa Perdono, who he sings incredibly well with such a beautiful piano. And I have, for a Figaro, the most beautiful Tutte, tranquillo e placido. And I always remember when I heard the first time this piece of music, I thought, if I were a composer and I composed that page, I would die really happy.
Exactly.
So I think for the male part, we are doing pretty well. I have to say, my relationship with Figaro has been special from the beginning. My debut happened in 2001 in Klagenfurt, and it was Figaro, and I was 12 years old. but I certainly Figaro the role that I sang the most in my career. I've done an incredible number of production, and I have a special relationship with this role. I love Figaro because I think he's a great human being, and I love to portray it on stage. And for me, it was incredibly exciting to do with your Count, because Count for you has been what Figaro has been in my career, I guess, right?
Absolutely. The first time I sang the Count was back when all of you listening to this were probably in grade school. And I think the first production was in Aix-en-Provence that I ever did. But the big break for me was, it was my debut at the Met. And I was called up rather earlier. I was on a track to come to the Met anyway, but they had a cancellation, and so they got me free, and I came in 1986 and made my debut at the Metropolitan as Le Nozze di Figaro, as the Count, and it was Kathleen Battle was Susanna, and Flicke von Stade was Cherubino, and José van Damme was my Figaro at that time. Paolo Montarosolo was Bartolo, Elizabeth Söderström was the Contessa, but most importantly was Jimmy Levine and Jean-Pierre Pournelle, and that was the beginning of my work in all the Da Pontes with Pournelle, which then went on to the Harnoncourt series. So I must say that, as it should be in a young career, you come out of the cradle of Mozart, and it forms how you think about music. It galvanizes your relationship to singing and sound and action and body language in a way that no other repertoire really can. And of course, Mozart is the greatest dramaturg of all time, so it's a joy to come into it.